So on Christmas, I was with my family, and we were hanging out with the new toys, okay? Because I'm at the grandparent stage, so we've got a lot of activity, a lot of different ages. It's amazing. And our little grandson, Ilo, was riding his new go-kart around and around the house, and it was so great. Biggest grin, biggest smile, full speed, full momentum, just going for it. And then he comes around one more time, and he gets a little close to the fence, and he stops, and it's, not too close, but, he couldn't get around the fence, so he stopped. He wasn't panicked. He's a cool driver. And it was so cute, and so we all kind of huddled around him and give him some advice. His dad tells him, turn the wheel tightly to the left, and then give it some power. And so, he got a little direction, and he paused, and then he kept going around and around, looping around the house again, and it was so beautiful seeing him go over the bumps and just laughing and smiling and being so full of life. Just that full circle moment in life. And that moment has stuck with me. And I was thinking about how God works with us in our lives. And sometimes he uses these pauses. Sometimes when we get a little too close to the fence, we pause. We take a little pause. Right now, we had Christmas. New Year's is on the way. But right now is a good moment before 2026 comes to take a pause. We sang about it. It's time, because we've got to look at our lives and see what's going on, see what's in our hand, see what direction that we're going, and make sure we're headed in the direction that we want to be going to have this be fun, like Kanoa and Ilo. They were just having so much fun. But Jesus, he sometimes doesn't always take the wheel and do it for us. Sometimes he gently guides us and redirects us. When he redirects us, that's not rejection. He's just showing us that we need to turn the wheel tightly to the left. We need to, we need to realign so that we can go in the correct direction. So I see a pause right now, and I was thinking of Peter. And Peter, there's a beautiful passage in John, the book of John. Let's turn to John 21 for a moment in our Bibles. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. It's at the very end, John 21. John 21, 15 through 17. In this do you love me moment between Jesus and Peter, there's not accusation, but there's a pause. There's a time. There's a conversation. And Peter had momentum once. He had confidence, boldness, promise, but then he had failure. He had denial. He denied Jesus 3 times, and he had the ache of regret. But before he continued into a new season, he had a pause. He had a pause on the beach, on the shores, when Jesus was risen. And I want to read to you what happened in this conversation, because this is what we need to do when we have a pause in life. We get a little too close to the fence, and we take a pause. What do we do when we have a pause? We find the presence of Jesus. Before progress, there's presence. And we've got to have conversation with Jesus. That's what prayer is talking to your Savior, asking him which way to go, what to bring with you into the new year, what to let go of. John 21, when they had finished breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these? And he said to him, yes, Lord, you know that I love you. He said to him, feed my lambs. He said to him a second time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? And he said to him, yes, Lord, you know that I love you. And he said to him, tend my sheep. And then he said to him a third time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? And Peter was grieved because he had said to him a third time, do you love me? And after this he said, Lord, you know everything, and you know that I love you. And Jesus said to him, feed my sheep. Wow. Having that moment with Jesus, he let go of regret. He let go of shame. He didn't bring the ache of failure with him into the new season. And as we see in Peter's life, all of the wonderful things he did in the gospel, he let go of things and he went into a full season and he had momentum. And I want that for you. I want for you to have a great 2026. And we just need to take time, spending time with Jesus. Feed my sheep, care for my people, follow me. Let's have a future no longer blocked by shame, no longer slowed down by regret, and no longer defined by the ache of what went wrong. Just a new direction with the same calling and even a greater tenderness. Bring love into the new year, and I love you.